India, the USA, Great Britain, the Netherlands, Venezuela. People from these and many other countries of the world live with us side by side. They are working, starting families, growing up children and simply enjoying life in Kazakhstan. In our program Connecting Cultures, we share their stories that had occurred before they came to Kazakhstan and after they arrived here. From them, we will learn how the experience of staying in our country has changed their destinies. The Connecting Cultures program follows the life of foreigners in our country. Connecting Cultures is true stories told by representatives of many nations living and developing in Kazakhstan, and for whom our country has become a home. A student exchange program is successfully practiced all over the world. Kazakhstan has been promoting the program for a long time, following international standards in the field of education. Our today's hero, Adheaume Carniel, has come to Kazakhstan from France in order to study global economics in Almaty Management University. Our today's hero was born in Paris. Thanks to his parents, he started discovering the world in his childhood. Traveling became an integral part of the Adheaume's life. Currently, he is discovering Central Asia, and he has begun his journey from Kazakhstan.
So I'm very glad being here. Almaty University is really one of the best schools in Central Asia, and I'm very glad that it gives me the opportunity to come here, study finance and discover Kazakhstan, which is a country that motivates me to work and gives me a lot of opportunities in business life, in my career and everything. As a great country, as a great university, and I hope I'll come back soon to finish my career here.
Adheaume, when I do the interview with the heroes, I usually start from the questions about the family, about the childhood, but this time I want to start from your name, because your name just impressed me really much. So can you tell me, what does it mean?
It's very weird for Kazakh people, and it's even weirder for French people, because it sounds French, but no one knows about it. It's quite unique, and it comes from my mother, who reads a lot, and from a French writer. And one of his characters was called Adheaume, and so she wanted her son to have a unique name, so I'm born, and now everyone asks me why. I was born in Paris, and I automatically went to an American school, in which was my sister, my bigger sister, who is now 26. So I had all my scholarity there, learning English, learning the American system, so that I could travel around the world. My parents prepared me to be really open to new cultures and open to the world, not like most French people sometimes. And so yes, I spent my childhood reading about fantasy stories and traveling around the world to discover and live my own fantasy. I don't have a lot of hobbies instead, but just, I don't know, cooking, reading, traveling. I did some sports, so I did 6 years of Kung Fu. I'm more really about talking, social, discovering. I'm very curious, and I love to talk. My mother, she's a scientist, so she works in the Pasteur Institute in Paris. My father is another kind. He's really a self-made man, and he started from the bottom and finished at the top, and he's a businessman. He worked for an American company, and now he has his company of French sounds. I think it's my mom who influenced my father more. She lived in Algeria before. She moved to France, and she always wanted to travel around, so I think she took my father a bit everywhere. But I think their first really important travel was living in Bangladesh. My mom went there for working, and my dad just quitted everything and went there to go with her. And since then they traveled every year or twice a year to a country until they were 40 where they had their kids, but it didn't stop them. So we traveled with them since that time. After having my degree, I entered the Jibek School of Management in France, in the north, Lille, and it's been 2 years now that I'm studying management there.
A French school of management, officially named AESEC, was established in 1964. It is one of the 10 best business schools in France. The school collaborates with many institutes of higher education from 66 countries of the world, including the Almaty Management University.
Adam, when did you arrive here in Kazakhstan and why did you choose our country?
I chose your country because, well, for us, it's really a good opportunity, and I think I can bring my ideas in business. I can bring my culture to here and bring some parts of France to here to merge our cultures.
Was it shocking for you that we have like so many nationalities living here in peace?
Yes, yes, it was. I'm a bit used to this in my country because we have a lot of merging cultures. But yes, here having people from Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, from Russia, people from all around the world mixing with Korea, and yeah, it's really nice because there is no conflicts at all. Everyone is living in peace, in harmony. It's really different from my culture, and for me, it's really nice to see it.
What did you know about Kazakhstan before coming here?
I read a lot of things about it because I really wanted to know the culture before coming, the way of life, how the taxi works here, how you should speak to people, and I knew a lot about your history, how your independence, how everyone feels about it, and I read quite a lot about your country.
Please, can you tell me about your student's life here?
My school in France, Jibek, gives the opportunity to go abroad, so we have the choice between several countries. And I didn't want to go to Belgium or Germany or common countries like this. I really wanted to discover a new culture, something that I don't know. And I've never been in Central Asia, so I wanted to come here. And this country is developing very fast. There's a lot of business opportunities. So for me, spending 1 year here and developing maybe my future life would be a very interesting experience. So we have a lot of projects, and thanks to the university, I even developed a kind of little work, a small job with a big company. And thanks to the Kazakh open-mindedness also, they enabled me at only 20 years old to develop a small business with them. So yes, the life here is very pleasant, everyone is nice, and the pedagogical system is also very enjoyable. My major here is marketing, and I'm learning a lot. I have classes on all aspects of marketing. So I have internet marketing, cross-cultural marketing. I have really a lot of subjects. This will be very helpful because as a manager or as working in a company, I need to know all these things. The pedagogical way of teaching here that is really with fun, and I remember internet marketing, which is a very nice class because the teacher is really pedagogical with us. He's more of our friend than our teacher, and it will be very important for us because like this we'll remember our classes later and we can apply them to our professional life.
Are you planning to get your MBA degree or like after graduating the university? What's your plans for the future?
After my year here, in my contract with my school, I need to go back to France. Past 1 year there, and then I have the opportunity to leave again for my final year. And I think, or I'd like anyway, to maybe come back. It's not maybe settled in my mind yet, but I'd like to come back for my 5th year, for my master, and really get my first job here because there's a lot of job opportunities. It's waiting for me. It's waiting for me, and I really need to come back here. So I'm not sure about it yet, but after this year, yeah, I'll go back for a year in France and then I'll probably come back.
Adam, you're traveling a lot, like seriously a lot. What are you gonna miss in Kazakhstan during your traveling?
Everything, everything. The culture, the kindness, and the fact that there's not a lot of people like us coming from abroad and living here. There is some tourists. But I find some Erasmus students, sure. But what I like is really the authenticity when I speak to someone, how they're very interested in my country, interested in my culture. They want to learn me things, and this is what I'll miss the most.
So what are the similarities and differences between two cultures that you've noticed?
It's totally different, and this is what I like, because here everyone is really open-minded, and either in the street, when I don't know people, I ask for a direction or for help. At the beginning, they're a bit intimidated, but then they will never let me alone. Like, they're always gonna take me there and help me. And at school, it's the same thing. I'm just standing alone, and someone is gonna come to me, oh, where are you from? And gonna start. In France, it's really the opposite. If you ask someone in the street, he's just gonna let you down. If you stand alone, he's gonna leave you alone. It's this part of the culture I don't like in France, and this part of the culture I love here is that, as I'm a very social person, I hate being alone. Here it's very easy to create contacts, friends. It's everyone is very welcoming. So this is a really strong point in my heart. Even in the university, I can see that the Kazakhstani culture is everywhere, because as soon as I go in class, everyone wants, not only me, between them, they help each other. They, if we need some classes or some questions, and all the time they help us. And at the end, they say, if you need anything else, just ask. And this is something that is really heating us up, because it's really nice. And anywhere in the university you can get help, the administration, the teachers, the students, and this is what I really like.
In his free time, Adheaume takes a great interest in reading, walking, but our hero pays special attention to communication with people. Being accustomed to traveling since his childhood, he easily finds common ground with new acquaintances and always tends to be the life and the soul of the party.
Adam, I do believe that you're living here long enough to have your first impressions about the Kazakhstan and Kazakhstani people. Can you share your thoughts with us?
There's a lot of small things that I pick up even with the time, and I think that even after 10 years, no one could really understand the whole culture. And it's a really nice country that I like a lot.
You're gonna leave Kazakhstan in 1 year, right? What's your plans for the future, for the nearest future?
Yeah, I need to finish my studies, so obviously I'll go back to France. But when we talked with my friends here, and my only dream is to, as soon as I finish my studies, to leave France. And as I'll be living here for more than a year, I will have my contacts and everything, and I seriously think of coming back and starting my first professional experience here. There's amazing people, amazing landscapes, everyone is welcoming, and really, if you think culture is important, it's really rich in culture. You should really come and meet us there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Present-day exchange programs allow students to upgrade their knowledge, learn the cultures of various countries and also find new friends and build business ties. Knowledge and experience that Adheaume Carniel has obtained in Kazakhstan will certainly help him someday to become a professional in his field.